What's up, guys? It is Sam here, and I wanted to talk about my process for creating an offer on a flip deal. Okay, so a little bit of context. First of all, you should press that red button. This is subscribe. It's red, just like this pen. Just gently tap that until it says subscribed, and then press that little bell. So that YouTube can notify you every time I post a new video. So I own one rental property right now in Florida, and I have three others that are kind of slightly in the works up here. And I wanted to show you the process that I went through to come up with a price to offer for this property. Okay, so a little bit about the property. It's just fucking weird looking. It's like a barn that has like a flat part with a rolled roof off of it. It's not in. The location I would say is in a decent location. The property condition is like a C minus. It's pretty fucked up. So when I go through here, I'm gonna tell you exactly my thought process as I go through. The lady has it listed for sale by owner. The phone number she has on there is incorrect. Like, you're clearly not going to get any calls if you have it listed for sale by owner and you put down the incorrect phone number. But she has it listed at the very top end of the comparables. So if you look at it by on a square footage basis, based on an A quality property, meaning something that's just like almost brand new, or just really freshly remodeled, just the asset, not necessarily the location, it would sell for probably around 225, 235 at most, and she's got it listed at 230. So when you look at this, a property like in her location, like a B plus maybe, and you look at comps relative to that based on the square footage, the comps would probably go for 200, maybe 210. I mean, there's I would say that's like a 70-30 type of probability, like 70% chance it will sell for about 200 and a 30% chance it will sell for 210. So there's a spectrum there where it could get a little bit more than 200. But I just chose 200 to be more conservative. So that's going to be my starting point, right? That's where the ARV is. That's the after repair value that I think I can get. And then where do you go from there? Well, I would like to, make around 30,000, right? So how do I go about doing that? So I take 200 minus the 30 that I would like to make after everything's all said and done for the whole project and all that kind of stuff, right? That's how much I would like to make. So you take 200 minus 30, that leaves me 75. So I actually have down 27 was the number I have. So if you take 200 minus 27 is 173. And then from there, where do you go? So you have, just going to plug them in right here so it's just easier to see these numbers. So we've got 200 minus this 27, right? That's how much I'll make. And then from there, you start doing all the repairs. So I wanted to get into, let's go into some of the other costs first. Okay, so we've got the closing costs, like escrow, filing the paperwork appropriately with the city, title search, all that crap. You know what I mean? So we've got that. Then we have the financing costs. So using private lender, where did I put that? Using a private lender, something where you get 65% of ARV and then 2 points at 12%. I factored in 5 months. I think it could be done faster than that. So a lot of these are very conservative numbers because I've never fucking done this before, right? So I factored in 5 months. I definitely think it could be done way before then. Even if I just go over and do half the work myself. Plus, a lot of these repair numbers I'm about to get into are going to be substantially less if I do any of the work. We've got the financing costs, we've got the closing costs, we've also have the soft costs, which would be like the electricity, the water, the heat, or gas out here, right? So I factored in 13,000 for that roughly. So we've got 200 minus 27, right? So that gives me 173 minus 13 in those costs, which puts me at 160, right? Excuse me. Now, in those financing numbers, right? Like if I can do it faster or sell it for more, that those numbers could change. The same thing with the closing costs. I think those are actually a little on the higher side. Same thing with the soft costs. Like, there's no point in really fucking heating it. It's springtime. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously, I'll need water and I'll need electric, but there's barely any point other than like getting it ready to sell. $300 to fill up the tank. So I think those are probably conservative, very conservative. Now we get into the repairs. So what I've got down here for the repairs, it has a strange setup where it's kind of like got two levels like this almost, where this is like the street level here, and then the house, half the house is here and the other part is down here. So the bathroom down here is actually hooked up to a septic where this is hooked up to the city sewer. So it's got a weird fucking setup, but the bathroom, there's a shower and a toilet downstairs and they don't fucking work. And she thinks that it probably has to do with the sewer, right? So, or the septic. So I've got a new septic system, the entire system, which it easily could be substantially less than that. But I have an entire septic system for about 23,000. For some repair on the roof, because there's a couple shingles coming off, and I don't know what else I'm gonna find underneath there, is 4,400. There's probably about 17 windows, and there's a decent number of them that need to get replaced. I don't know if it's 13, but I put down 13. I'm not sure how other people go about doing this, if they take like a video or if they just count mentally or how they do this. But I know there's a decent number of windows that need to be done, so I put down 13. I think it's actually probably closer to 9. And I factored about $4,500 in for the window work. The next thing is some carpet and some flooring in the kitchen, so about $2,000 for that. Then lower end, like a kitchen and stuff like that, is $8,500. Some appliances, about $2,000. Now the full bathroom, the upstairs bathroom was, according to the homeowner, was done already, but it's not. It's like probably 30% of the way done. Like part of the shower is done. That's about it. There's still more work to be done around the shower. There's still work to be done on every single wall, the vanity, the floor. Just basically, a portion of it was kind of halfway, slightly done. So, and then there's the downstairs ones. So I factored in $5,500 for the downstairs bathroom and shower, and $3,000 for the upstairs to finish off those bathrooms. Now, just going through and kind of doing some final touches on like the drywall, the sanding, and that kind of thing throughout the house, and I put $6,500 in for that. I don't know if that's super accurate or not, but it's not that big of a house. It's like 1,100 square foot house, so I think a lot of these numbers I think are on the very high side, honestly. And who knows if she's going to go for it or not. I'll keep you guys posted if it actually goes through. I have 2 doors, trim, and that kind of thing. So I have $2,000 down for that. I do think that's gonna be substantially less than that. Let's see here. I have some painting done downstairs just to seal off the basement walls and make it look fresh, with a fresh coat of like Drylock or something. New plumbing. I definitely saw a leak in downstairs. One of the pipes was fucking leaking, and supposedly it was new. But I put $3,500 down for plumbing. I don't know. Right? Hot water tank, replacing that, $600. Replace electrical panel. I couldn't find the electrical panel. There's so much fucking shit down there. I couldn't find the electrical panel, so I literally didn't see the electrical panel. There's just so much shit down there in the basement. So I put $2,000 down for that. demolition and just all the cleanup because it's just completely full of debris. It was 3,000. I think that could also be done for less. Permits and stuff about 750, and then project management. So that'd be me, right? This is basically just an extra buffer on top of the buffer I already put on all of these numbers, just because I've never done this before. I don't know how it's going to play out, but that would be 4,000. So the aggregate of all those together is about $75,000 in repairs, just under 75,000. So when we come down to the total amount, right, 75,000, we were at 200 minus the 27 in profit, minus 13 in holding costs and closing and all that kind of stuff and financing. Comes down to 160. From there, we subtract out the repairs of 75,000. So 85 is the remainder. So that is the offer that I put in. And during the offer, just mentioned some of the very large items that need to be repaired and see if she goes for it. If you guys have any questions at all, let me know down below in the comment section. Appreciate you guys. Peace.